Hey there! Welcome back to our channel. If you are looking for something exciting and gaming content, your one-stop destination for all things thrilling and captivating. What you always wanted to know about rugby? Today, we're diving deep into the world of rugby, revealing this exciting sport for both newcomers and seasoned fans alike. Rugby is more than just a game. It's a culture, a passion, and a way of life for many. So whether you're here to learn the basics or enhance your existing knowledge, sit back, relax, and let's explore the captivating world of rugby. So let's get started. History of game. In 1823, William Webb Ellis picked up a ball during a soccer match, giving birth to rugby. Rugby has various forms like 15s, 7s, touch, beach, 10s, and 12s. Football variations have existed for centuries in Britain, with early forms developing during Roman occupation and evolving into localized folk football games. Rugby's development was influenced by Thomas Arnold at rugby school in the 19th century, fostering the values of teamwork and self-control. Disputes over rules led to rugby's separation from the Football Association in 1863. The Rugby Football Union, RFU, was formed in 1871, with hacking eventually phased out. Aim of the game: Rugby Union is a full contact sport involving 15 players on each team, with 7 substitutes on the bench. The aim of the game is to score more points than the other side, and points are scored through tries, conversions, penalty kicks, and drop goals. At the end of the game, if the scores are level, then the game ends in a draw. Duration of the game. A match is split into 2 40-minute shares, played on a rectangular field with a referee and 2 touch judges or assistant umpires. Halftime is a mandatory rest period for players, and this is limited to a maximum of 10 minutes, after which both teams change ends. Equipment needed. Unlike most other ball sports, a rugby ball is oval in shape and traditionally made from hand-stitched leather. However, this meant that during rainy and muddy conditions, the ball was more difficult to handle, as it would get heavier and become more slippery. Modern technology has seen vast improvements towards high-tech synthetic waterproof all-weather rugby balls that make handling easier even in adverse conditions. Jerseys, socks, shorts, and boots make up a player's kit, and for safety reasons, a mouth guard is essential along with headgear if required by a player. Pitch. The rugby pitch is filled with various line markings such as the halfway, 22-meter, 15-meter, 10-meter, 5-meter, and dead ball lines as well, the goal or try line and in-goal areas where tries are scored. The pitch should be approximately 100 meters in length and 70 meters wide, with H-shaped goal posts on each goal line. The distance between the goal posts is 5.6 meters with a minimum crossbar height of 3.4 meters. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more interesting and informative videos before proceeding. How to play rugby. Rugby, in simple terms, is about 90% football and 10% soccer. The game was actually changed in the United States in the early 1900s, when some rule changes were added to the English version of rugby by adding on padding, helmets, blocking, timeouts, forward passing, and playmaking huddles, slowly turning rugby into American grading football. If you know a lot about football, rugby will be easy for you. Rugby game basics. 15 players per team. No blocking the ball, can only be passed backward, can only tackle the player running with the ball. When you are tackled, you must intentionally fumble the ball and release it gently on the ground. The ball carrier, now on the ground, and the defensive tackler must not touch the ball. They must make and attempt to roll away from the tackle pile, or at least lay motionless and not slow the play about to develop. When the ball is released from the tackle, either team may pick up the loose ball. If a player outruns all others, they simply pick up the ball and start running with it. In rugby, players from both teams often create a ruck by engaging and pushing together at the loose ball area, aiming to gain ground. After a 3-on-3 pushing match forms in rugby, a new scrummage line is established. Players must stay behind this line until the ball is won. No hands on ball until then. To win the ball in rugby, either push opponents back a bit or use your feet to roll it backward if the pile is stuck. Once the ball is behind the feet of those involved in the ruck, and the rugby quarterback, called the scrum half, will pick up the ball. The scrum half will now pass the ball backwards to several players that are standing behind him. and this will go on for 80 minutes non-stop. In rugby, dead ball situations due to minor penalties result in a scrum. Both teams form tightly packed 8-man scrums, beginning a yard apart at the referee's command. They aim to win the ball placed in the middle. The team that wins the scrum passes it quickly to the backs, setting off a race to the tackled area. This process resembles the start of a football play, adding excitement to the game. Is it safer than the NFL? The NFL has faced a concussion crisis, paying $1 billion to retired players due to head injuries. Studies link routine head hits to Alzheimer's and dementia in NFL players. Rugby, another contact sport, has safety rules: tackling below the shoulders, releasing the player after the tackle, and rolling away. Breaking these rules can lead to penalties or yellow cards. When a player is tackled, they must release the ball, making it available for others to grab. Rules. Here is your short list of rules for rugby game. No shoulder pads or helmets in rugby. The ball must be pitched backwards to your teammates. No forward passes. A team can pitch the ball back and forth to each other as many times as they wish. There is no blocking to assist your runner. In rugby, every player runs with the ball and tackles, unlike American gridiron football, where only a few players get such opportunities. In rugby, everyone becomes a running back and linebacker, with all players running and tackling throughout the game, except during set scrums. When you tackle someone, you can't pick up the fumbled ball until you are on your feet. This is one of the most called penalties on new players. You must be standing up to pick up the ball. You cannot dive on a loose ball. In rugby, when on defense, players must stay on their side of the scrummage line after a tackle. Engaging in contact across the line is considered offside, a frequently penalized offense. Offside typically occurs when a defensive player hunts down a runner from behind and must go around the ruck quantity to make contact from the other side. Offside violations result in significant yardage penalties when caught during a loose ruck mound situation. The game will have 15 players from each team taking the field. When your teammate pitches the ball to you as you are running down the field and you accidentally drop the ball, that is a penalty. It is called a knock-on. The other team will get the ball automatically right there for their possession. As you can see, this is the kiss of death when you drop or knock on the ball deep in your own region by their scoring end zone. This is why we run so many ball handling drills in practice to cut down on these penalties. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us on What You Always Wanted to Know About Rugby. If you found this video informative and entertaining, don't forget to like the video, and if you want more exciting content, make sure to subscribe this channel. Until next time, keep enjoying the wonderful world of rugby.